That's Hillel Day School. My name is Shula Wispar. I'm 81 years old. I was born in Jerusalem. And I would like to tell you about how Israel started. 1947, November 29. The British are still here. We are 600,000 Jews in Israel. Most of the people live in Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, Haifa. Israel is very small. And there are many Arab villages all around us. November 29, there was a vote at the UN. They were voting if there will be an Israeli state. I still remember I was a little girl, all the family, all the neighbors. There was not every family had a radio. Those who were lucky had a big radio. It wasn't a small one, it was a big radio. And all the neighbors came to us. We were sitting around the radio, and we were listening to the vote at the UN. Japan abstained. America for. America, yes. This one, no. Yes, abstained, no. Our heart was trembling. Will there be a state? Will there not be a state? And in the end, they voted, the majority voted for Medinat Israel. We were happy. Everyone, it was nighttime. Everyone went out of the house with the galim, with flags, and we were crying and dancing and kissing each other, hugging. You can't imagine how happy everyone was in the street. It was only a few days later that the Arabs started the war. The following day, our happiness was not very long because the Arabs started the war. The United States decided on two states, the Arab state and the Israeli state. We got a tiny state, and the Arabs got much more, but they said no, it's not enough for them. We said yes, we want this. At least we'll have a state of ours, and all the new immigrants from Europe after the war will come. They will have a home here. But the Arabs said, no, we don't want to give Israel not even a tiny piece of land. And the war started. It was the independence war was terrible. May 15, Ben-Gurion, our first prime minister, declared the happening of the Israel state. And then we knew we had a state. We really knew the state was there. But like I said, war was going on. They started a terrible siege on Jerusalem. I was born in Jerusalem. This was my home. We lived all around us were Arabs who were our friends all the years. The grocery store was Arab. We used to buy there everything. And from one day to the other, all those who were our friends became our terrible enemies with hatred that you can't imagine even. We had to leave our house because it was too many Arabs there. The war was terrible there. They were shooting all the time. And like I said, there was a siege on Jerusalem. No coming in, no coming out. Every bus, every car, every way of bringing food to Jerusalem was closed to us. We were hungry. Simple as that. We didn't have any food. The little we had, the government gave us tickets, coupons for food. Each family got so-and-so food. Every week every day we got 2 slices of bread, for instance. The water was also very limited. Okay, we left our house, our home, and we went to live with our uncles. We were 30 people in 2 rooms, 2 big rooms. We were 10 children. I was the oldest. Tiny children. The little one was my sister. She was, I think, a year old. I took care of her. And we lived there. I don't know how we lived, from what we lived. It was very, very difficult. And the shooting, they threw pagazim, how do you say? Pagazim, the tilim, pagazim, all night they threw. We were sleeping on the floor mainly because there were no beds. And we were hiding under the bed because it was, every time they shot, it was light, the whole house was lit. But we knew that our soldiers were fighting. All the new immigrants who came from Europe became soldiers. It was something so big. They didn't even know Hebrew. In the army, there was no uniform. Everyone was wearing Australian hats, American pants, English this. Everything was like this. There was no uniform. There was no one language. There was Yiddish and French and English and Yiddish. But we won the war. This was the main thing. We won the war. There were thousands of dead casualties and death. But we have a state. We have a state of Israel, which is ours. And we'll never forget the price that we paid for it. And every day we feel it, that everyone abroad, in America, in Europe, when there is anti-Semitism there, they have a place to come to us. Everyone is so welcome here. We try everything. Immediately after the war, we started bringing immigrants from Tunis, Algeria, Morocco, from all the Middle East countries. They were very, very poor people, not educated. We didn't have money, we didn't have anything. We built for them tzrifonim, huts. In the winter it was raining, summer it was very hot. But we survived, everyone survived. And slowly, slowly, new immigration started. From Russia, we brought in more than 1 million Jewish Russian people came to Israel. From France, people are coming now. Thousands of them are running away. We hope also from America, the Jews will come more and more and more, because here is our real home. And even if there is war here, it is our home. I don't think there is any place in the world with more love and friendship and help to each other than there is in Israel. Stop. I wanted to say that there were no poor people and rich people in Israel those days. Everyone was the same. We didn't have money. Whatever we had, it was enough for us. I remember in school, my parents had a grocery store. And during the war, it helped us a great deal. Not that we had so much, but we had a little more than any other one. I remember at school when we went there and we had to pay lunch money, milk money. I remember many times I didn't have the money to bring it. I was sent home, but I was not the only one. 2 or 3 friends of mine were always were sent home also, and we were not ashamed because of it. We knew someone has, tomorrow we'll have more. It was okay. We didn't know what luxury was. Nothing. The clothes we had, we gave from the big sister to the second sister until it was torn already. Neighbors gave us, we gave to neighbors, neighbors gave to us. Everything was so friendly, was so natural. We didn't have big eyes, big aspirations. If we wanted a vacation, if I lived in Jerusalem, the dream of vacations was to go to Tel Aviv, to the beach. So we changed homes. We found a family in Tel Aviv, near the sea, and we changed with our house in Jerusalem. We couldn't go to the Kotel yet because they didn't allow us. For 18 years, until 1967, we couldn't go to the Kotel. Only in 67, the Kotel was ours, and then we went every day to the Kotel, of course. But at that time, no, we didn't have it. Today, like I said, Israel started in 48 with 600,000 people living. Now we are 8 million, thank God. Ken Yirbu. We love Israel. Everyone in Israel loves Israel. Very few are living here because they want more money. We changed. Everyone changed, of course. So Israel today is exactly like any other big, beautiful country in the world. I think Israel is one of the most beautiful places in the world. I was in America, I was in Europe, but I will not exchange Israel for no place in the world, no place. We have our beautiful stores, but especially the people here are warm, outgoing. We have our culture, all kinds of culture, because we have here from 70 countries people came. Everyone brought his own culture. And you can find Ethiopians with their food, special food, their special holidays. You will find the Russians with their special holidays, the Americans, the Europeans. Everyone brought his culture here. So we have a mix of everything. We're beautiful stores, like I said, a beautiful sea, beautiful, everything is beautiful. Life is not easy here, but if you say, okay, I will suffer a little, but it's worth it. Because you're not afraid to go in the street. It's yours. Everything is yours. If you're in Eilat, or if you're up north, or in Jerusalem, or Beersheba, it's yours. You feel always, every stone, every house, it's yours. You feel at home, wherever you go, whatever you do. I wish you, children, all the best. I hope one day you will come either to visit Israel or to live in Israel. I'm sure after you come to visit, you will want to stay. Everyone who tastes the taste of Israel wants to stay. But come for a visit. We will love to have you here, and you will see that every word I say was true. It's a beautiful country with God's blessing in it.